Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Before starting my today's topic, I want to tell you that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe to it. So let's start our today's topic. Today's topic is about the part 2 of the Constitution. Part 2 of the Constitution contains 7 articles. That is from Article 5 to Article 11. These 7 articles are related to the provisions of a citizenship. Do you know, guys, population is the most important thing for a state. And when we talk about population, there comes three terms, that is all persons, citizens and minorities. Now today we'll learn how to acquire an Indian citizenship. Now let us know what does the term citizenship means. Citizenship basically means the state of being a citizen of a particular country who enjoys privileges in a certain dominion with respect to the governing state of that dominion. Citizenship is only available to natural person and not to incorporate entities like a company or a partnership. Now let's start from Article 5. Article 5 speaks about acquiring citizenship by domicile. Means he should have domicile in India, or he should born in India, or any of his parents are born in India or residing in India for 5 years immediately before 26 January 1950. In the case D.P. Joshi versus State of Madhya Pradesh, it has been said that India has only one domicile. There is no domicile of state. Now let's move on to the next article, that is Article 6. Article 6 speaks about those persons who migrated from Pakistan to India. So before partition, India's population were belonged to British subject, but after partition, it created a large scale migration from Pakistan to India. In this article, there are two categories of person. First category is before 19 July 1948. Second is that after 19 July 1948. Now the question comes that why 19 July has been taken as a particular date? Because on this date, permit system has been introduced in our country. Before 19 July 1948, there were two conditions which should be fulfilled to be called as an Indian citizenship. Those are he either his parents or grandparents were born in India, or he should have resided in India since the date of his migration. There are 5 conditions which should be fulfilled after 19 July 1948. Those are he either his parents or grandparents were born in India. Number 2, he had returned to India under a permit for resettlement. Number 3, he had resided in India after remigration for at least 6 months. Number 4, he has submitted an application for registration to the officer. Number 5, he has been registered as a citizen by such officer. I hope you guys are clear with this article. So let's move to the next article. Let's see what does Article 7 says. Article 7 overrides Article 5 and Article 6. There are two cases. In the first case is those persons who have migrated from India to Pakistan after 1st March 1947, those persons will not be considered as an Indian citizen. In the second case, those persons who migrated from India to Pakistan after 1st March 1947 and again they came back to India, and if they fulfilled all those 5 conditions that were mentioned in the previous article, that is Article 6, then they will be considered as an Indian citizen. So guys, now let's move to the next article. I hope you are clear with this article. So the next article is Article 8. Article 8 speaks about those persons who are of Indian origin residing outside India except Pakistan. Either he or his parents or his grandparents are born in undivided India, or if he has been registered as a citizen of India by the diplomatic or consular representative of India in the country where he is residing for the time being. Then only he will be considered as an Indian citizen. Now let's see what is written in Article 9. Article 9 speaks about those persons who voluntarily acquired foreign citizenship before commencement of the Constitution. Then he cannot demand citizenship in India under Article 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now let's move to the next article, that is Article 10. Article 10 speaks about continuance of citizenship. If a person have acquired Indian citizenship under Article 5, 6, 7 and 8, then it will continue its citizenship, but the rights will continue subject to the laws passed by the Parliament. Now let's move to the last article of this part. Article 11 speaks about Parliament to regulate the right of citizenship by law. It means Article 11 gives the power to Parliament to make laws in this connection as and when it suits to the demand of the circumstances. Parliament has the power to restrict, revoke or terminate or any other matter related to the citizenship. I hope this video will help you to understand this topic. So if you have liked my video, then please do subscribe to my channel and please don't forget to like, share and comment below. Thank you for watching.